Coach, what happened down the stretch? The offense posting of trying to get Joker into the post. He passes the ball out on multiple occasions. Did you like the decision making in that stretch?
Yeah, I mean, it was also, he was aggressive to go down there. A lot of times we run the pick and roll, resulted in did he get fouled? I don't know. Tim got a great look. He made the left-handed hook over Allen. And so when he's aggressive to go down there and he feels like it's an advantage, we're going to go down there. That's what he does. It was unfortunate. I felt for the guys. We created a lot of open shots. The 41 threes was a good number, in my opinion, tonight, just because of the way they guarded. We just didn't have a great shooting night. And that continued late game when they decided to double him. But, yes, this is a tough loss. It's one of the ones you'll remember at the end of the year. Had control of the game. This happens in the NBA. I told them in there, it's, this stuff happens. We've won some games like this. The other team's probably looking back on how do we lose that game. But, yeah, we found a way not to execute the last 3 minutes, and we have to be better.
Christian Brown played well tonight. Was this just a matter of making sure he was fully ready to go and could play with confidence?
Yeah, and I thought he shot it with more confidence, too. I love that I think he had the stretch where he missed a couple in a row, maybe 3 in a row, and then made 2 in a row. He just let the thing go. And we're going to need that from him. 20 points. His minutes were, 32 minutes. He's getting there. He looks like he's in good shape. His conditioning. CB was a bright spot. We had multiple bright spots in that game. It seemed like we would get control of the game up 8, up 10, and then we give an offensive rebound, they hit a 3. They get to the line. There just was a myriad of things that kept them in the game, and a lot of them were controllable. And the second half, I thought it was the offensive rebounds by them that kept them alive. When you're alive and you have 2 guys like those 2 players, in Mitchell and Harden, you have a chance to win the game late.
Given Julian's night, the decision to close with Tim, is it just about veteran experience?
Yeah, and also I liked the defensive lineup that was out there. Tim had made 3 threes. It felt like both guys have been really good offensively. Tim has been in this league and switching on to Harden, switching on to Donovan are things he's done. So I was comfortable with that. And the other one that was tough was, do you leave Bruce out there or do you bring Cam back in? And I went with Cam the last couple of minutes. So, there's veteran guys that have been in these games. Sometimes you go that way. You lose the game, you always look back and say, if I would have done this, what would have happened? But obviously we trusted Tim. He's closed games throughout the season. That's why I went that way.
David, on the subject of Julian, what has he shown you to earn more playing time lately? And what does it say about the kind of player that he is where you can trust him to be in the starting lineup after not playing for a while?
Yeah, him, just like the other guys we did that with, I just think his rhythm's been really good. His preparation on off days, and the coaching staff and their opinion matters to me. And we talk about where these guys are at mentally and their, how they prepare daily. And he's found a rhythm, not just in games. It's been, on the off days, playing 3-on-3, 5-on-5, all those things. So, Julian's he's a good version of himself right now. He's confident shooting the ball, which is allowing him to get downhill to his right hand and score. And I thought he competed defensively throughout the night. And that's an area he has to keep improving in. It's something that if you play the better part of the minutes of a game, you're going to play against star players. You're going to have to guard him with all the switching that goes on in our league. But yeah, he's made strides. It's been fun to watch.
I gotta imagine that the minute restrictions were what most led to the staggering of Jokic in this second and fourth quarter, and just the way you've managed it. How do you think the team and how do you think Joker has responded to that particular rotation that's so different from what he normally does?
Right, they've handled it well. It's just it's not a fun thing for anybody. It really screws your rhythm. And let's think about this. It's not just Nikola, but I bring Jonas in for a short period of time. He misses 2 free throws, but he's stiff. He's playing short bursts. And then the other part of that is if I get Jamal out, Nikola's starting quarters helps us, but it also breaks up his minutes. So it's just where we're at right now. And it's not why we lost the game. It's a weird rhythm to how we're playing right now. And it's just trying to find a new rotation. I know when we get through the All-Star break, we'll rediscuss what that is and we can get back to a more normal rotation. But even with Cam and his restriction, trying to get him in to start quarters to get him used to what he was doing before, is important to me. But it also breaks up his minutes. So it's an inexact science. If we scored 120, I'd feel great about the rotation, but we didn't. We lost by 2, and I can't stand it. That's just the way it is.
With so many
not just you guys, but it seems like a lot of teams around the league were playing a little fatigued. I thought there was even moments tonight, you guys looked tired out there. How big is this break coming up for you guys, and what are you gonna tell the guys to do during those 8-9 days?
Yeah, I mean, it's enormous for us. I'll say this, Wednesday's a scary game. You know, it's very easy to think about Thursday morning, you know, and checking out for a second. So we have to prepare like, you know, we did every other game, and it can escape you. And I think tonight was like that. I thought they were the same way. You know, we're both a little tired. Different people are playing. They just made a trade. So the game had weird lulls to it, and that's how the league is sometimes. You get to this point of the season, there's no excuses, it's just human nature. So we have to be ready to go on Wednesday and try to find a way to win that game, to feel good about ourselves. Going into a break where I hope the guys completely reset their minds and get away from this. Don't think about it for multiple days. You know, getting your body right's one thing, but just getting yourself excited for what's coming next is really important. And it's going to be a race, you know, in the West to the end. And we got to have a good mindset. And when we get back and refocus, we'll do that. But for right now, Wednesday is what's most important to me.
Last one.
All injuries considered, how would you evaluate the defensive effort so far this season and where the guys are at on that end right now?
Choppy. A lot of it, I think, because of just playing completely different ways with different lineups. You know, I thought it's really funny, the group, when we had everybody out, defended pretty well. We were switching everything. We were just kind of grinding through possessions. And now we have some guys back on restrictions, trying to get their conditioning back, and we're getting back to being more of an offensive team. We have to find a way to do both. And obviously, if you have your better defensive players in the lineup, it's going to help. But yeah, it's been all over the place, and we've had to, I keep saying reinvent, but it's true, offensively and defensively throughout the year. But tonight we just, you know, we got to get hard off the three-point line late. I thought Tim got a great look. I didn't want to call timeout, let them sub out guys that don't want to guard out there, allowing them to control the possessional rotation. And, you know, unfortunately we missed, and obviously Donovan got the call. So just a really tough loss. Like I said, in the NBA, you have these. It sucks. I will not sleep tonight. But, you know, the effort was there. But we just got to be able to close the game better, and we got to do that on Wednesday.
Thank you, Coach.
Yep, thanks.
Nicole and Christian tonight.